Sorry about that. My kid woke up. So 52 just means that there was a procedure. So um, let's say I don't know, what can we pick? We'll just say any procedure, okay? Let's say there's a procedure, and for some reason the doctor opens up, goes in there, and either it's not as bad as he had thought, or maybe there was not much he can do, or for whatever reason he or she decided that there's not as much work to do, or maybe it was just not that bad, basically. Like maybe the outcome of him doing the procedure and going through with it would actually hurt the patient more. Whatever his or her decision was, and they shortened it or stopped it, then that's when we would use 52. Okay. And then let's say, so that's for that. So for that one, it's basically they stop because it would actually threaten that patient's life or something. For 53, they discontinued completely the procedure, okay? So 52, they can do some things, but they're not going to do the whole thing, basically, because it might worsen what the patient has. But for 53, they completely discontinue it. That means they can open it. This happens a lot in, so I've seen it because I've worked in it, is in cancer clinics. They'll go in there and they'll actually see that there really isn't anything that they can do for this patient. And if they touch it, it'll get worse. So that's it. Like they'll elect to terminate the surgery, basically, because it's gonna threaten their life in the long run. So they will completely discontinue it. 54 is surgical care only. So when one physician or qualified healthcare professional performs the procedure and another provides preoperative and postoperative management. So that means they just go in there, make sure they take care of the patient for surgery only. So surgical services may be identified by adding modifier 54. If you guys are from around, there is like a clinic in Visalia where they just concentrate on surgery. So they don't take care of you for anything else other than your surgery. So for them, we could use modifier 54 because they just provide surgical care. Okay. 55, postoperative management. It's when one physician or qualified healthcare professional performed the postoperative management and another performed the surgical procedure. So that means there was one physician that performed the aftercare, and another performed the actual procedure, and you'll add modifier 55 for that one. 56 is just preoperative management. That means the doctor basically just took care of them before the visit, so we would add that to the procedure. 57, decision for surgery. It says an evaluation and management service that resulted in the initial decision to perform the surgery may be identified by adding modifier 57. So if you work for a internal medicine doctor, gastro, endocrinologist, basically any other specialist, you might use this, especially if they do surgeries. So some of them might be referrals for issues like polyps or things like that. So in their initial visit or in their second visit, the doctor will decide that they need surgery. So they'll just add modifier 57 to that. And the rest after that aren't really used at all. 62, I mean, it just means there's 2 surgeons doing the surgery. 63 is that basically a surgery was performed on a baby, so less than 4 kilograms. So remember, kilogram is 2.2 pounds, so 4 kilograms would be 8 pounds and 8 ounces, I believe. So it just means that it was performed on a really tiny baby or newborn. 66 just means that there's a surgical team. So there's a surgery, like let's say a C-section, or an internal surgery, like maybe for the liver transplant, things like that. There's always a surgical team. So you would add that, and it's usually a complex surgery where there's a whole team. Okay. And the other ones are pretty much self-explanatory because they have a lot of detail. 80, that means there's an assistant surgeon. That's just what it means. So for the rest of them, they're pretty self-explanatory. Nothing crazy. So that's basically what they mean. I wanted to see over here. So if you go to modifiers, guys, it's on the introduction, they'll give you some examples in bold, and it's XVI, the page. They'll give you examples of basically how to use your modifiers. I would highly suggest that you guys actually use them and work through them. I mean, it's very helpful. This book actually helps you a lot. So we'll do that. I had a question about, let me see if this video isn't too long. No, it's not. Okay. We're almost getting there. So very quickly, some students wanted to mark up their books with post-it notes, that's fine. So what you can do if you have post-its, look through here and copy your post-its like this. So all you do is you would stick your E&M. I could do it because I actually should do this because this is my book. So E&M, all I would do is I get my tab for your guys' instance, your sticky notes, and I would just tab it like this, right on the line, and I'd start right at the top, E&M, and then next is, I believe, radiology, anesthesia. Let's see. Anesthesia, yeah. So the next I would go to anesthesia, and I'd kind of line it up to where I don't cover my previous one. See? And that's how you would mark it. So it has all the, basically has all the chapters. It starts by column. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. The APP, K through P, APP, G through J, those are your appendix. As you could see, APP, AB, APP, CF, that's just your appendix, these 4 right here. And then your category 2 and your category 3, that's in your back. Let me see. Category 2, it's over here. See, category 2. That might be your guys' questions. Category 2. I don't want to stick it actually because I haven't done it yet. But I would put category 2, and then your category 3 starts over here, so on and so forth. So that's basically just how it works, and it has an index 1 even. So basically just copy what these have on them, and then just stick them with your sticky notes. And then that way you guys also learn the sections of the book, and if you need to, you could just flip right over Alright, so that's basically how you would mark up your book with sticky notes only, guys. Don't use the actual tabs. I'm only using the tabs because this is my book. I use this book. This is mine, so that's why I'm doing it. But other than that, I wouldn't. So make sure you use your sticky notes, okay? And then just take them off before you turn in your book again. Once you have sticky notes, I wouldn't suggest flipping this tab over because it does hit with the tab. So you could always just tuck it in there. And that's it. Thank you for watching.